Love that music. Thank you, Jack. Welcome to all of you. I would say you're a great-looking crowd, but with these lights in my eyes, I can't really tell. But it sounds like you're a great-looking crowd. We're very happy that you're here. I want to join the mayor of Minneapolis and welcome you. I don't know how this happened, some sort of computer error, I suppose, but I end up being the senior Republican in the delegation and the senior elected Republican in the state and the one that's not running for president. So I don't know. I wanted to welcome you to our great state, and I wanted to commend you for your very sound judgment, those of you who are visiting from other states around the nation, your very sound judgment in visiting in June instead of, say, January. Listen, thank you for coming all over the nation to get in and learn more and study more about how we can reach out and educate our fellow Americans on the conservative principles that I believe all of you represent here today. I was looking at the agenda for this weekend's event, and I see you've been wasting no time. You started this morning with breakout sessions, learning how to use these tools, and I'd have to confess, you may not be surprised to know this looking at the color of my hair, that I was a little late to the game in embracing the vast array of social networking tools. And in fact, I would guess that you were learning about tools this morning that I have not yet heard of. It wasn't that long ago that I didn't have any idea what the difference was between iPad and iPod and Twitter, and now that's become part of all of our everyday life, tools that we have to use. You can find my Twitter username at Rep. John Kline, and I encourage you to follow me. I hope that you will. And like all of us in elected office, we have come to understand the power of the internet and of these tools. So all of us now have websites, plural, Twitter, blog, Facebook, email, mass email. You cannot communicate with your constituents without these tools. I certainly have to admit that I'm not an expert, but I also have to tell you that it is imperative that I continue to work at it and use it and overcome the obstacle of this gray hair. Look, I'm going to take just a minute to talk about what is facing us these days and say that unless our leaders take decisive action to reverse the culture that has come about of government intervention entitlement, it has exploded in recent years. Unless we reverse it, America will cease to be that beacon of liberty, the light on the hill that Ronald Reagan talked about. Over the last century, we have seen the federal government intrude into virtually every corner of American life, from the New Deal and the Fair Deal to the raw deal of the government takeover of health care. What began as a slow trickle has turned into a virtual tsunami of big government schemes. Where has this intrusion gotten us? Well, America is deeply in debt and Americans are out of work. I know you understand the gravity of this predicament, and that is why you are here. We all in this room share a common goal of stopping the tidal wave of debt that threatens to sink the economy. We all want to reduce the constantly growing reach of the federal government. We are all committed to giving individuals the freedom to thrive and removing obstacles to innovation and entrepreneurship. We all want a more free and prosperous nation, and the fact that you're here today shows that we all know it takes hard work to get there. Thanks to your efforts, we've already begun laying the critical groundwork for the battles that are underway and then will continue to come through 2012. You have heard that 2012 is a presidential election year? I didn't think it was breaking news, but I will confirm it. Much is at stake. Look, you were the first to roll up your sleeves and go to work the old-fashioned way, making phone calls and knocking on doors and filling envelopes and going door to door. And today you're equipping yourselves with the tools necessary to take the battle to the next level, organizing meetups. Who even knew what a meetup was? Coordinating mail campaigns and growing and mobilizing online communities. You've taken your message to your state capitals and to our nation's capital to make sure officials understand your commitment to protecting the freedoms and liberties that made our nation the greatest in the world. And it's working. I've heard you. My colleague Marsha Blackburn from Tennessee, you'll be hearing from shortly, she's heard you. All of the great folks joining you later today and this weekend have heard you. And we're going to be beside you every step of the way in this fight. We're fighting, and you're fighting to ensure a better future for our children and grandchildren. I have 4 grandchildren. They're about this big. They're carrying more debt than we could possibly have imagined just a few short years ago. We need to work to free them and your grandchildren from the debt they did not create, cannot afford, and do not deserve. We're resisting the heavy-handed reach of the federal government into our schools, our workplaces, and our homes. We're working to defund the job-destroying, bureaucracy-bloating health care law that constitutes the single biggest government grab in history. In short, we join you in giving our all to win this war for our future. We owe it not only to the brave men and women who crossed the oceans decades ago to come to America to see and seize an opportunity for greatness. We owe it to our children and grandchildren, the generations of men and women who will ultimately reap the results of our labor. I'm proud to join you in this fight for a brighter future. I want to thank you for everything that you do and that you're going to do, and pledge my support in this cause. God bless you, and God continue to bless America. Thank you.